To order, and we have new microphones tonight, so if we blow you out of your seat, we're sorry, but the council has been advocating for quite a while on getting something that the public could hear, and so I want to thank all of our staff. Mary Ann's been working on this for this very nice system, and the council is very appreciative. And the public obviously will love being able to hear. So the air conditioner's not on. Hopefully it'll work over the air conditioning too. We'll count on that. Okay, City Clerk, please take the roll.
Councilmember Dowling.
Here.
Councilmember Alinsky.
Here.
Councilmember Garrison.
Present.
Councilmember Pratt.
Here.
Councilmember Howdigi.
Here.
Vice Mayor Piper. Here. Mayor Jones.
Here. Did I say what meeting it is or any of that stuff that I usually do? I don't think so. Okay, it's the regular meeting of the City Council of the City of Cottonwood, Arizona, held November 4th, 2014 at 6 p.m. at the Council Chambers Building. Okay, the next item is Pledge of Allegiance, and we have Parker Cluck with us tonight. Come on up. It's like I'm trying to take my microphone off.
Okay, ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And could you share a little bit of information about yourself and the Cottonwood Youth Advisory Commission, please?
Sure. I'm a junior, and I go to American Heritage Academy. This is my 4th year on the commission, and we currently just finished interviewing for new members, and we should be having our new members, I think, Thursday will be their first meeting.
Okay. On behalf of the City Council, I'd like to give you the certificate of appreciation. I think we have a couple of these already, right? So this one's for you, though. Yes. Okay, so if you want to turn around and look at Kyla. Thank you very much for all you do for our community. We appreciate it. Okay, the next item is a brief summary of current events by the Mayor, City Council, and/or City Manager. The public body does not propose, discuss, deliberate, or take legal action on any matter brought up during this summary unless the specific matter is properly noticed for legal action. Mr. Rodriguez, Acting City Manager.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. I want to go down a row on a couple of things, well, more than a couple of things. Our Fall Festival this last weekend went along with no incidents. We estimated we had about 800 children that ran through that particular event, about 1,200 adults accompanying us for a total of 2,000 visitors to that particular event. And according to Richard Faust, that is probably the largest event we've had since 2008. Earlier, as was mentioned, CYC finalized their selection of 4 vacancies on CYC, and that should come to council in the real near future, hopefully by the next meeting. Mingus Union swim team had an excellent event. They held their regional championship Hinesley Invitational on the 24th and 25th. They had 6 teams from out of town and with 24 to 25 swimmers each. Very large event, very successful. The ASA softball tournament over at Riverfront Park, 24 teams from all over the state attended. 23 of those teams were Cottonwood teams. Wanted to thank the Verde Valley Little League for running the snack shack for us, and also all the volunteers that helped make that event come through. 12th Street should be striped within the next couple of weeks. We should have it open by Thanksgiving, and preparations are currently being made to dedicate the south end of it. And a note on the north end of it, proposals should go out by the end of this week or first part of next week for the proposal packages, so we can start on the next phase of that road. You may have noticed that Pinal Street is kind of a hubbub of activity. We have a lot of things going on with our water line, and our hydrants are being installed on Pinal Street. The current phase will take about 2 weeks, and as time permits, because we're doing it with our existing staff, so it doesn't to keep our costs down. And there'll be it's a multi-phase project, so you'll probably be seeing ever so often work going on Pinal Street. Our police department has purchased 5 in-car video cameras. So that just about completes getting all of our cameras in our squad, in all of our vehicles. And these cameras automatically activate anytime by an officer, by emergency lights, or if there's an accident, it has a crash sensor that will automatically crank those cameras up. Then when they arrive at the police station or at the public safety building, it automatically wirelessly downloads all the information off the car. So that way they can keep it as evidence for the future. Cat Links had a record month in October. They carried over 13,000 passengers. The fixed route carried over 6,600 passengers. Links carried almost 6,000 passengers. And the paratransit system carried nearly 1,200 passengers for the month of October. I wanted to remind everyone that this coming weekend we have Walking on Main from 11 to 5. We also have the inaugural Cottonwood Historic Home Tour. It's at the same time. Tickets will be available at the Fifth Civic Center during the event. And also in the area we have the Zeke Taylor Barbecue at the Clemenceau Museum. And lastly, a reminder for November the 19th will be the grand opening of the 911 Communications Center. And the operations for that particular center are expected to move over on December 1st as soon as I believe CenturyLink has got all their equipment and everything hooked up. We should be ready to go by December 1st. So that's my report. Thank you, Council.
Thank you. Council members. So what are we supposed to? Oh, yes.
Okay, just briefly, I just wanted to say that the last 2 Thursdays I attended free concerts at Yavapai College, and they were excellent, and they were pretty well attended, which was a good thing. It shows the college that our community does want these kind of events, and it's important that we show that. As well, registration is open for the spring semester at Yavapai College. It's a little early to think of spring, but register early. There's another 2 events going on next week at Yavapai College that I think are really important. November 10th, we're having the annual roll call in which we read the names of those servicemen and women who have given their lives in service to our country. And it's our way to honor those people for serving our country. And on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, November 6th, 7th, and 8th this week, there is a World War I symposium in honor of the 100th anniversary of beginning of World War I, which actually began in August. There's various presentations given by different professors at the college. These flyers are around the city, or you can find more information on the Yavapai College website. So again, that's November 6th, 7th, and 8th for the World War I Symposium. Also in Cottonwood, on November 16th, the Cottonwood Community Band is having their annual holiday concert, and it's early this year because they felt they were conflicting with other events. So again, that's November 16th at Mingus Union High School is the Cottonwood Community Band concert at 3 p.m. And just to tag on what Mr. Rodriguez said, Saturday, Walking on Main, we have 10 different local wineries. We'll be offering tastings. The Verde Valley Wine Consortium will be selling tickets. We've got numerous artists, arts and crafts people, vintage car show, and for the first time ever, and I'm sure Mr. Alinsky will talk about this a little bit, a historic home tour, and I urge everybody to participate. Thank you.
Mr. Dowling, did you have something?
No, I was just letting you know, Tim.
Okay. I'm trying to get connected to the internet so I can do my report, but I'm not having any luck. Yes, Vice Mayor.
The end of October, City of Cottonwood, in conjunction with Yavapai County, they actually put it on with the help of University of Arizona and the state of Arizona. We have a wet project for fourth graders, and they bus all the fourth graders from the schools that want to participate. This year we're pushing real close to 500 fourth graders, and they teach them about conservation, where the rainwater goes and how it flows into the wells and how you get it out of the wells. It's really amazing to watch those fourth grade. Well, they're like sponges with the water, but it was very successful.
Fantastic. And thank you, Terrence, for your great report on activities at our college. Okay, so anybody else? Any other reports? We met with the officers of the Mexican Consulate, or the Consulate General of Mexico, Geraldo Valenzuela, since we last had a council meeting, and we talked about trade between the two countries, which is very important to our economy, and some other issues like domestic violence. They did talk to the police department. So it was a very good meeting, and I felt like that we were able to accomplish a lot in our discussion. Since we met last, I've met with the Fire and Police Pension Board for a meeting. I attended a creative placemaking meeting, and that is about building a community around culture and cultural tourism. So that's something that Casey Rooney and others are working on. I attended the Verde Valley Caregivers Masquerade themed fundraiser, the Art, Wine, and Dine at the Hilton in Sedona, and I was happy to purchase a ticket. They do a whole lot for the people of Cottonwood and Verde Valley Caregivers for the elderly. On October 25th, I went to work on the jail trail, and we didn't finish. We need a few more people to help out, so we'll probably have some more jail trail projects. But we did get some sand and gravel laid down on the trail. And we also had Yavapai County's Supervisor Davis had the probation department come and help too, so we did have them. I also, along with the Vice Mayor and former council member Linda Norman, attended the Blazin' M Woman's Hand play, and that was a very touching play. It was the history of Verde Valley women, and started with the Native Americans and their trip, the Trail of Tears that they experienced when they were all taken to San Carlos, and talked a lot about Sedona and how Sedona, and I was surprised to learn that Sedona had lost a child by the name of Pearl, and that surprised me. So it was just really very, very touching. And if anybody gets a chance to go see it, I think is it 2 more Sundays?
It's at least one more.
At least one more Sunday. You can check it out on the Blazin' M's website, but that is really a wonderful play to see. I also attended Cottonwood Oak Creek School District's Advanced Ed Exit Review, and they're working on their certification right now. Staff, I think Morgan and Rudy, and who else? Oh, Richard Faust. We all met with Caleb, a young man about 8 years old, at the skate park to talk about the skate park. And some of his suggestions would take another budget year to be able to do, but we want to look at that in the upcoming year to fill in the dirt at the skate park, if we can pull together those budget funds. And then Jesse Wagner also came to the meeting, and if council will recall, Jesse donated more than $800 that he had used for a fundraiser, or he had done for a fundraiser for the skate park. So between Jesse and Caleb, we purchased a shade structure, which staff may have already put up. I'm not sure. If they haven't, they're working on it. But Jesse was very happy that there was going to be a shade structure, especially for the parents. And he was very cooperative, and that was fine with him. It was really cute. And I really appreciated both of them coming down and helping the city make decisions about what impacts them. I also attended a luncheon on Saturday, the Veterans History Project. They honored many veterans in the community. And I attended last year, and there was a lot more attendance this year. Jolene Pearson was here at our last meeting, and they get maxed out on the number of veterans that they can accommodate, but mostly it's the veterans that have been interviewed. And if you would like to be interviewed about your service, get a hold of me and I'll connect you with Jolene, because I don't have her contact information right at this moment. Let's see, we had the SciTech meeting yesterday. We're coming right along, and Cottonwood staff has been very helpful. A lot of communities, Camp Verde, we're all meeting together and working together again, as we did last year. And on Thursday and Friday, I'll be in Phoenix attending the Governor's Council on Aging, and in November we have our planning meeting, so we're planning for what we will do the next year. Then I also wanted to mention that Mingus Union High School is having a William Shakespeare play, and it's ATORT is the acronym for their committee or council that does this. Jessica, maybe help me out a little bit here.
A troupe of ridiculous thespians.
There you go. Okay. And so they're going to be doing a Shakespeare play, and they will be doing this on Saturday, November 1st, which is over. So Sunday and Friday. So Friday, November 7th at 7 p.m. So for more information, you can contact James Ball. And James Ball is just really an awesome person in the community, helping our youth with these, to learn how to be in plays, and they're pretty amazing. And I think Rudy already mentioned November 19th, the call center grand opening at 11. And that's my report to council and the public for this meeting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I add one thing?
Absolutely.
I think this deserves to be added, and the Mingus students need to be recognized. For one, a group of Mingus students won a math contest at NAU recently, and the thespian troupe, the ATORT, just got named the best theater group in the state. Wow. And they will be doing the Shakespeare play, Much Ado About Nothing, down in Phoenix in front of about 3,000 students. So, as you said about James Ball, yes, he's really stepped it up, and those students have done a great job, and we're really proud of him.
Our whole community can be proud of these youth.
In fact, I will be in Verde Independent tomorrow.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, next we have introduction of new employees. We have 2 new firefighters, Javier Angiano and Rodrigo Ojeda. And Chief?
Madam Mayor, Vice Mayor, Council, it's my privilege tonight to introduce our 2 newest firefighters, our 2 newest full-time firefighters to Council. With the departure of 2, we were able to find, I think, 2 of the finest young firefighters in the whole state to come to work for us. As you had already named them, I will first give you a little background on Rodrigo Ojeda. He was born and raised in Orange County, California, transplanted to Arizona 3 years ago down in the valley. He's been working in the furniture store while he's been also volunteering and doing fire service things down there. Started with us as a volunteer in April, and now is coming on with us full time. He's been married for 9 years, has 2 young children. One's only less than 2 months, I believe. Just 2 months. So he doesn't get any sleep at fire or at home. So again, we're just happy to have him with us, and his first shift was October 14th. Our other new firefighter is Javier Angiano. He probably looks a little familiar to you since he's been working for the city for 3 years. He is a maintenance technician for us, city. Javier, also born in California, moved here when he was 8, graduated from Mingus, played football at Mingus, and has also then coached at the Desert High youth football for 4 years. He's accompanied tonight by his girlfriend Maria, and his father Javier works for the street department, and his family, his mom, and younger brothers also live here. And again, and his first shift was October 28th. We feel we've got some great additions to the fire department, and we're glad to have them.
It's fantastic. If he's as good of a worker as his dad is, he's going to be an awesome firefighter.
Absolutely.
So both of you, I'm sure.
Mayor?
Any comments? Yes, Vice Mayor?
And you also bragged about the two of them when we met with the Mexican consulates, that we have two firefighters that are bilingual, and I think that's wonderful.
We actually did, yes. I mentioned that
great.
both of these gentlemen are bilingual, and adds to our ability to communicate with a number in our community.
That's fantastic. We really appreciate that. Any comments from our new firefighters?
Well, as you know, my name is Javier Anguiano. I've been working with the city as maintenance guy for 3 years, and I've enjoyed the whole time I've been here. I look forward to being a firefighter for the city of Cottonwood. I really hope I can do good for this community and continue on with my dream as a career firefighter. And I'm only 23 years old right now, but hopefully I can be here until I retire.
We hope so too.
Thank you.
We're glad you like your hometown.
Just wanted, I'm really thankful that to have the opportunity to serve the city of Cottonwood. Since April, since I started volunteering there, I've had the pleasure of meeting everybody at the station, and it's a great department. I'm excited to be part of it and have a career here. I'm also looking forward to moving my family up here and raising my 2 kids, and really becoming part of the community here. So
Wonderful. Welcome. We appreciate that you're here, and your family also. So, Mr. Rodriguez, did you want to do the photo op with these new employees?
Yeah, that'd be
as
fine.
acting city manager? If you'd all just come up here with the chief. Are there any other firefighters here tonight?
They had a couple calls right before we
Okay,
so
all right.
they're a little busy this evening.
Okay. So welcome to our team of serving citizens of Cottonwood and the Verde Valley.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, the next item is a certificate of appreciation, presentation, certificate of appreciation to the mayor and council from the American Legion Riders District 8. So we have David Hay.
David Hay.
All right, with
You
us.
remembered.
I did.
I'm now the director for the Post-25 American Legion Riders. You presented a check to Jesse, our past director, for the VA picnic over at the VA hospital. This year is a little different than most of the VA hospital picnics. It was put on by the full district. So that was all the posts from Post 6 in Prescott, Post 25 here in Cottonwood, Post 40 Chino Valley, 78 in Dewey Humboldt, Post 93 in Camp Verde, and Post 108 and 140, both from Prescott Valley. So we served 245 meals to the patients and the staff at the VA hospital. It was a very nice event. We hope that it grows each year, and we really, really appreciated your donation. It really went a long way to help us achieve our goals. This is a function that's done every year, so I will be coming back.
Okay. Well, we'll have to remember that during budget time. The council really likes to help vets whenever we can, and so that's really a good project for us to, and it's a reasonable cost to the citizens of the community, and they get a lot back for that, I know. So
It was very nice for us. So.
well, thank you very much, and want to thank Jesse also. I know he couldn't be here today, but he was the person that I worked with, and so
Well, we'll be hopefully working with my wife.
I'll
and
be
I,
working with you too, from the council, not me, in the future.
And just one side note, just to let you know, in June at the state American Legion meeting, Cottonwood was selected as the state camp out for this April.
Wonderful.
So we're hoping for somewhere, John, between 200 and 400 riders possibly coming for the weekend.
So it should be a nice event for the town also.
Fantastic.
For ourselves, so.
All right. Okay, well, thank you so much.
There's also one from Post 93 themselves. They wanted also.
Okay. Well, great. So, council, do you want to get up here and come on down and accept these, please? Do you want your teams? Any more of your team up here?
John, please.
Okay. Oh, John, yes. Did we come? That's great to meet you in person. So, John Moffat has done a lot of work for charity and for the American Legion Riders. We appreciate both of you. Okay, thank you so much for being here.
We'll stay in touch.
All right, thank you so much for all that you do for charity and our veterans. So if we want to pass these down to the city clerk to be displayed in a prominent place in the city. Thank you.
I know, a little different.
Okay, the next item is Plaque of Appreciation to Diane Lovett for serving on the Planning and Zoning Commission. So I just want to, I have worked with Diane for many years, but I've lived here 28 years, but long before 28 years ago, she and Fran Wetton and other kind of trail pioneers, if you would call it, have been working. Diane Lovett was one of the main people who worked with Fran Lovett and some others to get the Lime Kiln Trail. If you've ever been on the Lime Kiln Trail, it took them, what, 25 years, 30 years to get that trail opened up. And she is an expert horsewoman. She is an equestrian, been riding horses throughout the Verde Valley and Arizona for many years. And for a while I did the website for our local equestrian group, and that's when I really got to know Diane. We worked together a lot doing that. Besides trails, she's also served on the Yavapai County Planning and Zoning Commission for how many years? About 8 years. And then she served on our Planning and Zoning Commission for how many years? 7 or 8. So almost 20 years she's been serving and helping make decisions about how our community looks as it grows. And she's been very wise and very attentive to her duties. And tonight we're here to say thank you to her. And if council would come up, we have a certificate for her. We actually have a plaque being made, but it's not available tonight, so we'll give that to her a little bit later. But we just wanted to say sincerely thank you for all you have done for the citizens of Cottonwood and the Verde Valley. You have been an icon in our community, and you are appreciated. Would you like to share any words of wisdom with us at all?
Getting old is no fun, you guys. I just want to say that it has been a privilege for me to work with the city of Cottonwood, and I think it's beautiful. I love the city. It's progressing. We've got so much going for us that I hope the future planning and zoning will keep on thinking, and you guys too. So thank you. I appreciate it. I think the privilege is mine. Thank you.
Right. So council, if you want to come down and give her. I just want to say too that she has spent, I was thinking of this before the meeting, hundreds and hundreds, literally hundreds if not thousands of hours in this service on these trail projects to community, and many years. So
I just want to say too, I haven't ridden horses all that time, but I have a couple of really good mules.
So this certificate says, with gratitude and appreciation to Diane Lovett for your dedicated service as a City of Cottonwood Planning and Zoning Commission board member. And again, she'll have a beautiful plaque for us to give her soon. Okay, the next item is plaques of appreciation to members of the Verde Valley Teen Center Commission for assisting in the creation and operation of the Verde Valley Teen Center. So we have with us tonight, we got two for the price of one here. They're a team, but we have a plaque for Sherry and Alan Marks. And they have been working with the Verde Valley Teen Center since really it's close to its inception. And they always have been there for the teens of the Verde Valley and as Moose Club members. And the Moose Club is all about children. So when it came time, we didn't have a 501c3, which they are working on right now, but when it came time to how do we pay for things, how do we get a checking account, Alan and Sherry stepped up to the plate, and with the Moose, they talked to the folks at the Moose, and everybody agreed that the Moose could be the umbrella for the teen center and provide, they opened a checking account just for the teen center. So we were able to take care of that need, and they have just spent literally many, many hours serving the teens, and there's still plenty of work to be done as I understand it. They're still looking for volunteers. They're in the process now of doing the background checks. Is there anything that you would like to share about the Teen Center tonight? And come on up to the lectern.
Well, first I want to thank the community and the council. I mean, without you guys and our help from everyone in the community, we couldn't have done it. We just started tonight our fingerprinting process. We've got 3 people that are certified by DPS to do fingerprinting now, so that is undergoing. Our whole board tonight just got fingerprinted, so those are going off, so we'll be ready to go. We just had a church donate a foosball table, so that was great. And volunteers, we need volunteers. We've made a promise to these kids that we would stay open, and we gotta have the volunteers to stay open. We're looking for shifts on Friday nights, Saturday nights. All we're asking for is 2 to 3 hours, guys. That's all we need, 2 to 3 hours, you know, out of your day to help these kids. The mayor, she's been fabulous coming down there. The kids love her coming down. See, you're a big hit down there.
Well, I just love them so much. They're just the most awesome people. And they love to visit with adults, and they're really, I enjoy it when I'm able to be there.
It's amazing. A lot of them come down there. You wouldn't believe the interaction you get from them. You can tell there's no attention at home. They're looking for that adult conversation with someone. I mean, they'll sit down at the table and just carry on a conversation with you and ask questions. I mean, that's what they're looking for. They're just looking for someone to talk to.
Right, and sometimes parents are just so busy holding down 2 or 3 jobs to put food on the table, and the adults at the Teen Center have all the time in the world to have those discussions, so it really is a great place for the children and the youth.
And we do have a full-time employee now, thank you to NACOG. She will be with us for 4 months, and hopefully she can find a grant and keep her longer.
Right.
So, but we are, she is there Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 7. If you guys want to stop by, look at the Teen Center, see how it's progressing, come on by. There's a lot of things happening, so we appreciate it.
And what are the hours that you're open?
Hours right now are Thursdays 3 to 7, Friday and Saturday 3 to 9. And we're hoping if we get volunteers and enough volunteers staffed and background checked, we can open to 6 days a week, so we're.
Right. A
is
lot
okay.
of the youth like to come over after school, as I understand
Yeah,
it.
a lot of them come over after school. We just found out, after 3 years, that the middle school has half-days on Wednesdays. We didn't know that until we made our schedule. So we're
Okay.
working on trying to get that day scheduled, but at the time, we're still Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays.
Mhm. So I'd just like to thank each council member for your support, and to Marianne Jimenez, who put in a lot of time, and
Yes.
we definitely appreciate council for supporting our youth in our community. So council, if you want to come up and present this plaque, it says City of Cottonwood Community Service Award presented to Sherry and Ellen Marks in appreciation for your dedicated service in assisting in the creation and operation of the Verde Valley Teen Center.
Yeah, I think Mary Ann should have part of this picture, yes. I think that's a good idea. Hold on, don't take any pictures yet.
Only Ruben could force her to do that.
Oh, no, I was just prompting, I'm not forcing.
She's very shy and doesn't like attention, so. Okay, so as soon as they get down here, we're going to present them the plaque. So we would like to present this to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, thank you very much for all your hard work.
All right.
I'll just hold it to my chair really hard.
I feel he's gonna throw you over his shoulder and carry you.
Diane wanted me to share with everyone that MMA is having a toy run on Saturday, and I'm sorry I don't have the time. I think it's $20 or 15, 20. Where does it start at? Walmart. It starts at Walmart at 10 o'clock, registration, and it's $20 a motorcycle, and you donate a toy. Huh? Oh. Anyway, the funds that they raise is going to be donated to the teen center.
Right, so the funds are, well, it's a fundraiser for the teen center, and the toys will all go to the children. Right. And speaking of that, I saw a press release today about Toys for Tots, and the Cottonwood Transit System is going to be collecting on the buses, and they'll collect at their offices for Toys for Tots. So there's opportunities here to help children. But the toy run this Saturday, starting at Walmart, if anybody can participate, and I'm sure you can drop off a toy even if you don't know how to ride a motorcycle.
Yes, you don't even have to have a motorcycle. You can follow around in a car.
All right. So thank you very much for all you've done and for being here tonight.
Thank you.
The next item is call to the public. This portion of the agenda is set aside for the public to address the council regarding an item that is not listed on the agenda for discussion. However, the council cannot engage in discussion regarding any item that is not officially listed on the agenda for discussion and/or action. Comments are limited to a 5-minute time period. Are there any comments from members of the public on an item that's not on the agenda? If not, we'll close the floor to the public.
There is one.
Oh, excuse me, yes.
Just a quick thing, Mayor. The Moose Lodge on the 15th of November is having a emergency personnel appreciation dinner. We're inviting all emergency personnel and their spouses for a free dinner at the lodge. We're inviting the council, Madam Mayor, Madam Vice Mayor. You guys are all invited, free dinner. We're having orange chicken.
Oh, okay, and what date is that?
November 15th. Saturday.
Okay,
Starts
and
at
at what?
6.
At 6?
5 o'clock.
5, huh?
5 o'clock social hour.
Yeah, 5 o'clock social hour, dinner's at 6. And what it is we've contacted the local departments. We've gotten Officer of the Year, Fireman of the Year, Communications of the year, and we've invited Sedona, Camp Verde, the whole Verde Valley, all the apartments within the Verde Valley, so.
Wonderful.
You guys are invited.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that invitation. Thank you for honoring our personnel, emergency personnel. They provide a great service to our health, our health and welfare. Anything else? Okay, so the next item is approval of minutes of the work session of October 14th and regular meeting of October 21st, 2014. Any comments? If not, I'd entertain a motion.
I would move to approve the minutes as presented.
Okay. Mr. Howdigi made the motion. Mr. Elinsky seconded it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Consent agenda. The following items are considered to be routine and non-controversial by the council and will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a council member or a citizen so requests, in which case the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda. Item number 1 is consent to assignment of leasehold rights to Air Park Lot 110. Does anyone on the council want to pull the item for discussion? Does anyone in the audience wish to pull the item for discussion? If not, I'd entertain a motion. Mr. Pratt?
I move to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Mr. Pratt made the motion. Mr. Garrison seconded it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. And we don't need any readings on that one, so moving on to the next item, new business. The following items are for council discussion, consideration, and possible legal action. Item number 1 is renewal of the contract with Professional Pipe Services for sanitary sewer and storm sewer cleaning and televising. Mr. Biggs.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. This evening I ask that Council consider the first renewal of a contract with Professional Pipe Services to provide services to the city for sewer cleaning. We have 50 miles of underground sewer lines and about 3,000 feet of underground corrugated drainage pipe. This is for cleaning and televising of these lines. It's pretty straightforward.
We've been there, done that, right?
Council have any questions?
Any questions, council? Okay, any questions from the public or comments? If not, Mr. Pratt has his hand up.
I was actually just waiting, but I move to approve the first renewal of the sanitary sewer and storm sewer cleaning and televising contract with Professional Pipe Services.
I'll second.
Okay, Mr. Pratt made the motion. Mr. Garrison seconded it. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Item number 2 is consideration of closing city offices on Friday, December 26th at December 26th, 2014. Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes, Mayor, Council. We've done this has been more of a traditional request for council when a holiday falls, Christmas holiday falls on the Thursday. We come to council and request that they close on the 26th. In the past, the 26th on a Friday becomes extremely slow. People are traveling, and so we have a lot of people that are sitting in their offices and they're kind of waiting for stuff to do. And secondly, many of them take that day off anyways. So we're requesting council to follow what we have in the past and provide us with 26th Friday as a holiday for our city employees. We have looked at it in the past, and the cost to the city is roughly $40,000. Most of which we would already spend anyways because we would have to have employees sitting at desks or off on vacation on their holiday vacation at that point in time.
I'm sorry. Could you clarify that the cost of the city is, you mean if we were to be open that day, the cost of the city?
Right.
Okay. I understand.
Mr. Pratt?
I have to say it. a no-brainer. Plus, I don't think any of us would want to be accused of being a Scrooge.
Any other
So
comments?
is that your motion?
No, I didn't make a motion.
Why don't you make the motion?
How about any comments from the public on that item? Okay. Mr.
Okay.
Howdigi invited you to make a motion.
I move to approve closure of the city offices on Friday, December 26th, 2014, as part of the city holiday, with public safety and other essential services remaining staffed as appropriate.
Okay. Mr. Pratt made the motion. Mr. Elinsky seconded it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. I move to pay the claims.
Second.
The mayor made the motion. The vice mayor seconded it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. I move to adjourn.
Second.
The mayor made the motion. Mr. Garrison seconded it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. We're adjourned.